Well, as we start our Thursday morning, a close eye on, well, the eye of Matthew. You can see it becoming much more pronounced as it continues to track through the Bahamas. That's a good indicator that this is strengthening, and we do see that reflected in our wind speeds with our latest update here. I'll show you a look at the latest advisory. Now, 125-mile-per-hour wind speeds. That still classifies it as a Category 3, but with this continued intensification that we expect, Category 4 as it makes its approach to the coast of Florida. It looks like South Florida, Southeast Florida will start feeling its effects. Well, right now you can already see it in Malcolm Johnson's live reports from West Palm. Those winds picking up, and our wind speeds will also pick up. It'll just take a little bit longer as effects will be felt from the southeast to the northwest, taking kind of the same direction that, of course, the storm is. So I'll give you a closer look at the track. Now, this is the expected track that it's going to take. This is the best guess, I guess you could say. Now, our storm cone is starting to shrink, but I do want to emphasize that this cone includes anywhere that the eye of the storm could be. That means if the center of the storm shifts 10, 20, 30 miles to the west, that's going to put in play those hurricane force winds, the stronger hurricane force sustained winds, a little closer to our inland communities. Now, if this track heads toward Lake Okeechobee, that means Glades, Hendry could have those sustained hurricane force winds. That's where we're preparing you a little extra than what this particular track says, just in case we do get that trend, that shift, even just 10, 20 miles to the west. But as it stands right now, looks like tropical storm force winds is what our inland communities will be dealing with as we head into the rest of today, into tonight and tomorrow morning. And that's why it's a tropical storm warning for Glades, Hendry, and inland Collier. So that's what we're looking at right now. This means tropical storm-like conditions are expected, not just we think they could happen, but they are expected over the next day or two. Now, a tropical storm watch has been issued to Southwest Florida that's not under the warning. So that includes Charlotte, that includes Lee, and that includes Collier County, which means we could see those tropical storm force winds, the gusts that get between, at 30 and 40 and 60 is what we should say, miles per hour as we head into the next 2 days. So we could see those shift even closer to our coastline, depending how west that track is. And again, 20, 30 miles makes a big difference. We've seen that hurricane warning now extended. It goes from about Fort Lauderdale all the way up to northeast Florida and then into coastal Georgia as well, which means hurricane-like conditions are expected in the next day or two in those areas. Now, I want to show you the projected wind field because this is it makes a little more sense, right? This visual representation of where we expect not just the hurricane force winds, which is the orange, but the strong hurricane force winds, so Category 3 hurricane force winds. Right now, they're extending about 45 miles outside of the eye. So again, if the eye shifts 10, 20 miles, that's going to mean that those strong hurricane force winds are projected almost to Lake Okeechobee. Right now, the best guess is, or the best forecast is tropical storm force winds sustained over our inland communities. As we head toward Friday night, this, of course, is going to continue moving a little further north, and that means conditions should improve. Winds will calm by our Friday night, but we are certainly dealing with gusty conditions, especially for our inland communities, starting later today into tomorrow afternoon. Here's your chance for hurricane force winds. You can see hurricane force winds. It's not a sure thing. The chance is low as the track stands right now for our inland communities, but any shift further west could change that. Very, very slim chance for hurricane force winds for far west Florida, but our chance for tropical storm force winds looking a little better, so our gusts could get up to that 40, 50 mile per hour zone as we head into the rest of today. So here's one particular forecast model and their prediction of where this storm will track. Right now, it looks like for the rest of today, we'll be dealing with a few downpours, a few of those rain bands, but again, wind more so the effect than rain. It looks like as we head into late tonight, overnight into tomorrow is when this will make its closest approach to the coast of Florida and then head on out as we head into the rest of our Friday. This is what we're looking at right now. This is a live picture. You can see that eye from the radar there in Miami, and it'll continue to track a little closer to the coast. So our day planner, increasing clouds, increasing wind speeds with a few of those downpours expected. Stephanie?
Good morning.